Hello and good morning, all you beautiful souls out there. This is Sherry at Soul Conscious Tarot, and I just want to show you this is my beautiful, beautiful view from where I am filming this right now. I am actually at a location, a friend's house in the Scottish borders. That's where I'm filming from. So let's dive in and see. Isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful to look out on. So this is our next 72 hours. So let's see what's in the energy, what you might experience over the next 72 hours. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming through. Let me see if I can get a little more angle on this. If it'll let me. I might have to turn this around. Bear with me here. There we go. So we can see these cards just a little bit better. Awesome. Okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Things are shifting, things are changing, I think on the collective as a whole, I think there's a huge shift of consciousness occurring across the collective as a whole. You've probably been feeling this in your life in some small ways. Some people will be recognizing it, others won't. It depends on how aware you are of how sensitive you are to shifts in your energy and the shifts around you. One of the easiest ways to understand, when something is shifting within you personally is to notice how people are responding to you or how the environment around you is responding to you, because that is a good indicator of letting you know that something maybe has shifted inside you. And also, it can be like with global or collective consciousness shifts, as similar to what's going on right now. You see a lot of chaos going on. And you can see that right now with what's going on in the world. There's a lot of upheaval and chaos. And the reason for that is things have to be shaken up, kind of that tower moment before things can be rebuilt in a new way, in a new paradigm. Things have to change. And that change, the Wheel of Fortune. But, the thing about the Wheel of Fortune, it's spinning around and it keeps spinning and it doesn't land until something solidifies, until it's, think about it almost like like being like putting weights on a balance, and how it's going back and forth, and you're trying to find that balance and trying to figure out, you know what, no, let me give you a different analogy. A roulette wheel. So you spin a roulette wheel and you don't know where it's going to land. You hope that it's going to land on your number, or that it's going to land on something positive. But there's no guarantee, just until it settles, until the ball settles. I like this because it almost reminds me of a roulette wheel. So it's, until that ball settles, you don't know what the outcome's going to be, but you do hope that it's going to be in your favor. But it does represent change. The things are shifting, things are changing. With this Ace of Pentacles, interesting enough, I'm being drawn to all the animals here. And it's like there's this abundance, of resources around you that you are able to tap into at this time, even though you may not be aware of it. You may not be aware that, so it might be, it might be beneficial, because things are shifting and changing for you, to look for new resources. And they could be resources that have always been around you, but you have not been aware of because of the shift in consciousness, because of the changes that are going on. You might be become aware of resources that have always been around you, but now you're aware of them. Where before maybe you just weren't, they were there, but you just didn't see them because you weren't looking. Not to say anything good or bad. It's just you weren't looking at the time for those resources, so you weren't aware of them. But now you're needing those resources, so now you're more attuned and aware to look for those resources around you. And that's what I feel like the Ace of Pentacles is representing here. So let's get 2 cards of clarification on each of these cards so we can get on with this reading. I do want to mention to you guys, so part of the reason I'm on this big journey that I'm on here in Europe over the next few months is, well, the main reason I came over here is I came over here to get certified as a Palawa energy healer. So I'm now certified to do Palawa energy healing. So if that calls to you, please reach out at my email address, and I can try and shoot you some information. If that's something you might be interested in doing, I can try. I can send you some information out as far as if you would like a Palawa energy healing session from me. So to clarify this, isn't that interesting? I was talking about the scales, I was trying to use that as an analogy before, the scales, and trying to balance the scales out, with the wheel of fortune, that things are spinning, and it's like trying to, put things on a scale to balance out the scale and see where things are going to land, on what side of things are going to land, but trying to find that balance again. Isn't that funny that that Justice card came out when I was talking about that? But it's trying to let things settle, to find that harmony and balance again after something has been a bit chaotic, or there's been this little bit of upheaval. And it doesn't mean it's massive in your life. It could be just a small shift. Yeah, like for me, I'm noticing small things after after getting certified for doing the Palawa energy healing. And one of the things, that I'm noticing as a shift in my energy is, well, things are flowing much more fluidly for me. Like I don't know, I feel more easygoing overall, because it is a shift in consciousness. That is what Palawa energy healing does. It helps facilitate a shift in your consciousness. So like I said, if that's drawn to you, I'm not going to mention more, because if you're drawn to it, you'll know, and you'll reach out. So 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups, see, I feel like this is waiting for something to settle, waiting, one of the things, with the Wheel of Fortune is that we're hoping that'll go in our favor. And I feel like, usually with the 4 of Cups, I love this 4 of Cups, because a lot of times 4 of Cups is represented, usually there's, it is somebody that is not paying attention to what is around them. And what did we talk about here on the Ace of Pentacles? We talked about the fact that, there were resources around you that maybe you didn't see at the time, but now you're starting to see. And why are you starting to see? Because the dust is starting to settle from this little bit of upheaval and shift in consciousness. And as that awareness, as that shift in consciousness occurs for you, in whatever way, in whatever part of life it's occurring for you, as that shift happens, you're becoming aware of resources around you that you weren't noticing before, because you were distracted somewhere else, because your attention wasn't there. And I mean, it makes sense, So go ahead and give me 2 cards on this Ace of Pentacles. 2 cards of clarification on this Ace of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Wands. So that is putting an intention out there, and waiting for the dust to settle, waiting for our ships to come in, waiting for the dust, so it's waiting for this change to happen, waiting for this shift to happen. And that can be difficult at times. It does require patience, because until the dust settles, until things settle out from whatever that shift is, that brings change, facilitates change in your life. It is kind of a waiting game until till the new comes in. And I think I believe the last 72-hour reading, if I'm not mistaken, was about integrating the past with the new. You know, the old your past life with the new life, and so I feel like this is just a continuation of that message of finding that balance and harmony, finding, of having to be a little bit patient. But I think the key message here that's coming through today is, look at this. I just looked and there's the Tower card at the bottom of the deck. Isn't that funny? That shift, the chaos, the shift that has occurred. But the big difference that I think here is the fact between this reading and the last reading is the focus is more on becoming aware of new resources around you due to the shift in consciousness, new opportunities, the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities and resources around you that you can take advantage of. And even though they were maybe always there, it's just now we're beginning to notice them. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Because we've awakened to something. We've had a shift, and that shift has opened our eyes to new opportunities and resources. How beautiful is that? So the final card, the Knight of Cups, going after what fills our heart up, the Knight of Cups is someone who goes out into the world. We take our cup. Our cup is our embodiment of everything that we are, our essence, our light body. We take that cup and we bring it out into the world. So what we're doing here is, once the dust settles, it's saying, once the dust settles, we're going to see these new opportunities. We're going to see these new resources, and then we're going to embark on this new journey in a new way, with this, from this heartfelt space, because something, we're moving toward, with this shift, we're becoming more ourselves. We're becoming more our true self, authentic selves. Our true nature is coming out more. So now we're able to show a part of us to the world that we've never been able to show before. And because of that, because we're showing that new part of us, that new nature of us to the world that we've just exposed, that we've just uncovered, we've just become aware of, things are shifting and changing in our lives, and new opportunities and resources are becoming available to us. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? So that's where I'm going to leave this reading. I thank you so much for joining me today. I want to leave a quick note. I am, as I said at the beginning of this reading, that I am traveling through Europe over the next few months. So I'm in different places, and I do not know what my circumstances are going to be. I've been fighting with internet challenges. I've been fighting with locations to do readings. There's been all kinds of things that have come up. So just be patient with me and know that I will get readings out whenever I am able. Like, as soon as I'm able to get them out, I will get them out. I'm doing them as much as I can, find ways to do it around everything going on. So just bear with me as all of this is going on for me. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new, I thank you so much. I appreciate all of you, the old, the new, all of you that support me on this channel. It really is a wonderful thing. I have attracted some very wonderful, supportive subscribers, and I am so blessed in that way. So thank you all. I wish you the very best. Much harmony and gratitude to you, my lovely friends.